Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to migrate your database to Plesk. And if you have ASP.NET application and you want to set up a database, you want to host your database online, and probably you have developed it offline, in your local machine, and you want to move it to Plesk. How do you migrate that? I'm going to show you the basic things that you can do to get that done. I'm in my Plesk application, and all I have to do is to go to my database and create a database, give it a name, the data base. You can just default this. Then the site, select the domain name that you want to attach the database to. So for me, I've already created a database and I've pointed it to this. And the username for database, you can create it, and the password, everything, you can generate it. You confirm password, then make sure you check this so that the user you created can have access to all database on your database. So you can get that done. Once you're done, you click on OK. So for me, I've already created the database, and my database is there already and it's existing, and I can easily connect to the database. So I want to connect to this application, although the application is not running now, and I just want to show you how to move the content to the site and how to host it there. So now I have different databases that I've created. So my own database, let me see the one I created. I just want to show you. Okay, this is it. It's just a testing database. So I have different users that have created it. So you can check the connection string here to see how it's been connected to. So I'm going to be using Microsoft tool, that is this SQL Server Microsoft Studio, to connect to this database. So the database has been created on my Plesk. I'm going to be remotely I will be controlling it from here. So I have my database with this IP. So I have this login. This is the user that I created on the Plesk. So I have the user already that can access. I use any of these users to access my database and the password I've created. So I'm going to type the password, everything is there. So all I have to do is to click and off and in into the database. So let's wait for it to load. Then we're in. Well, I will not be running any scripts on this database. All I have to do is I will be showing you how you migrate your own data. If you have any question, you can quickly reach me. Now look at I'll be migrating any of these. So let me use this as an example. So I've created this database on my local machine, and database has this table. So I want to generate script that will migrate all the content, all this table, the content, and it will replicate it on my server. So I'm connected to the server. Let's hold on first. Let's see how everything will open. So once that is created, once I have the server in place, okay. So the database is still loading. While that is loading, you can come back to this database. It's very simple to get the content of this database. So all I have to do is to right click on database. That's the database name. So I'm going to be scripting the database. So you are going to copy the script of this database. That's the essence of what you are doing here. So you can go to okay. Can okay, done. Good. This is the script that generated database. Let me take it again so that you can understand. Let me close this. So I want to go to the script that creates this database. So you go to the script database as create. So you can create it, new query in this window. So this is the query that generates a database that created the table. Hold on, let me make some. Okay, so my first approach, it's wrong, so I'm going to take it again. Now, I want to script this database. All we have to do is come here, tags, then we'll go to generate script. So you're going to click on this. I've seen this dialog box, and all you have to do is click on next and select the entire database. Or if you have a particular tip, if you just want to get the script that generates maybe a particular table, so you can get that. But in my own case, I'm generating the script for the whole database. So that's why I'm selecting this. So you can just go ahead and it's better to save it in a script, and let's see where to put it. I want to put it in my DB script. I just created this in my document to my system. Then the name is going to be script, let's say 2. So I'm going to create this, save, then I will next it. So you can also say open a quiz, but I want it saved there. So let me next it and see next. So it's generating the script for this. So if you choose to open, you can open, or you can save reports. But if you go back to our this, it's been generated. I can open this. I can open this in let's see. I can open this like this. The script would just, I'm trying to open it with a text editor. So that's one way of generating the script. Let's just wait for it to come. Another way to save it is it's SQL. Just wait for it. My system is a bit slow in generating the script. So, good. The script has been generated, so you can finish this. So this is the script that creates the whole table. You can also save it in a notepad. If you want to, you can put it in notepad. And these are the scripts. You can see it one after the other. It's been generated. So now, you have to consider the name of your database when you are moving the script to where it should be placed. So now look at this. EUDB. Now, let me quickly give another example. I want this to be clear. Now, let me add a new data, but I didn't. If I had a new database, it's going to disrupt some other things. But let's see. Let's say, okay, let's come here and see if we can empty database. A, B, C. Okay. I have list of database that have been created. Okay. Now let's check this. Let's check this. You can delete this database. You can delete this table database right? But I don't want it deleted. So, okay, let's use it. There's no table. There's no table inside database. So I'm going to be using this database. Good. I'm going to be using this database. I'm going to be using this database. So what I'll be using here, that I'll be doing here is the script generated here. I would migrate it. So look at the name of database. Now it's asking me to alter database with this database name. So I'm going to ignore the name, all the names that we have here from this hub, use master, go, all those blah, blah, blah. I'm going to ignore them. Then I will come to this side. I'll come to this side. So the table creation starts from here. So I'm going to copy this from here. Let me show you where it stops. So I'm going to copy till this place. So I'm going to be reference, then you go to this very location. So I'm going to copy this. So I will copy it to the beginning of the table. So we have the beginning of the table somewhere. Just take note of how I'm copying it. So I copied it to this. Very good. So I don't need the of the database because I already have a database. So I don't need to create database. I'm copying this. I've copied it. Then the next thing is to move to your database here. So once you are here, you're going to have a new query. So this is your query page, then you paste. Now take note of some of the things that might be happening here. Now this is a query page. It's very simple. You have to do is just to run the query. But you can see that my system is already flagging this. It's already flagging all these stuff. So if you run it, let's say you run this query, there's going to be error. Take note, look at the output. You're going to see the output here. If you run it, it should automatically create the tables here. But let's see what will happen. We are running, waiting for the message. We're trying to execute. By clicking this, I pasted and I click this. So let me wait if it's going to run. Fine. But if it will not run, then I'm going to show you what to do and how to make your changes. Let's wait for it. It's still running. Still running. Maybe I should just pause the video, then we'll come back once it is done running. Now it has stopped running, and you can see the list of errors that it's here. You can see it's telling us some funny things. It's complaining about the optimizing for sequential key. Now, what I observe about database is that my host, they're having a database MSSQL that is of lower version than what I'm using on my local machine. So That's why this is flagging error. So all I have to do is to remove this optimized for sequential key. So I have to look for it where it is in my code. Look for every instance of this optimized instance key off. So I'll just remove it. So let me find all the instance of this. So if I'm able to get it, then I will remove everything. So let me see. Find all. I'm trying to replace all these with nothing. With nothing. It's just a space. Then place all. So okay, I have 47 instances. You can see that it's been replaced. So now I have this optimized for sequential key removed. So the next thing I will do is to run my code again and wait. Let's see if we're going to get the success now. So if we get the success, then that means our database has been successfully created. All the tables that we have in the local, but there's no table here at the moment. So all the table that we have in our local database has been moved. So we're trying to move the table here, all this table, to this database that we have at this place. So let's wait for it to still executing. So once you have that, then you can now connect from your application. You go to your application, then you put this in. Good. Although we still have some money, but we are fine. It's completed now. So it's telling us the completion time. So now let's refresh our DB and see if we have anything. We have to refresh this. Let's refresh. Is there a refresh here? Yes. Let's refresh and see. It will refresh. Then we'll see if the table has been moved. It's still expanding. Let's wait for it to work. So we have our table. Let's check. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for it to load. Good. We have it already. So you can see that the table had already been successfully created. So we've successfully moved your data from your local machine. You've migrated it to your production server. This is how to deploy an SQL to migrate your table from the local machine to your production server, maybe on Plesk or wherever you want it to be deployed. And for your application to interact, the next thing to do is not to check your app.json and put all the parameters that are needed to put. So you write your parameters and put it there. So what I mean is this: if you go to your Plesk, all the parameters that you use to connect your name of the database and some other things, so you're going to insert them in the appropriate place. In my own place, I can insert it in this. Let me pause this and I'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, so it's not actually open. I don't know what's wrong with the server. So I'm going to show you my local machine how you can add your string. So you go to where your site is deployed, then you get your app string and point your application to your database. So once that is done, the application should naturally be on. So I'm going to select this. I just want to show you how this can be achieved. So look at this. Okay. On my local machine, I have this. On my local machine, I have this app setting. If you are using if you are using ASP.NET Core 5, so all this will be there. So let me just show you how this is achieved. So I'm going to have this. I'll show you this thing. So good. Look at this. I'm going to be connecting with this app with all these names. With all these names, you can connect with anything that you want. So look at, I want to clear this. All these are not useful. So this is my connection string. So I'm connecting with the server. So you're going to put your database name, ID, the password, blah, 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 whatever you use as password, you're going to put it there. So your server, this is my own server name. Your own can be something like this. If you put this there, it will still work. The database name. So you are going to put this in your as a connection string. So when you put this as your connection string, which must be the name of the database, the username of the database, the password, then if you have some of these parameters, you have to set them and make sure they're working. So that's it. And once this is correct, automatically your site would be live. Your site will come out live and you'll be fine. So if there's any question, you can drop your comments in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can update a table. Suppose you want to update just a table in database, you can easily get that done. And or maybe I should quickly do that. You can, suppose I want to update just a single table. Maybe it's just a script that created the table. So I showed you the other time how we generated this script. So if you want to create just a table, so my local system, maybe I'm interested in this table. I just want to get this table. So all you do is to do the same thing, go through the same process, go to tags. You can go through the create. So this one will also give you whatever you want. So you can go through the create to generate the create. This is just a create button. You can copy the script and paste it directly in your code. So all you do is just to come here, copy the code and go and run it on your production server. Or you can go by these tags, then you script or generate script. So when you are doing this, remember the database, you are selecting the database. So all you have to do is to select, uncheck this, then come to this database object, select the table you are interested in, then you script it out. So the script you generate here, you can run it on your database. So suppose I've copied this and I want to run it. So all I have to do is to copy, then I'll go to my production for remember that this is my production. Let me go over it again for clarity's sake. So I'll come here. I'll make sure this is selected. Then I will put a new query. You can select it. And new query. So it's going to select that database. Then new query can be pasted. I will paste the new query. Then click on execute. If I click this, because the table is already existing, there's going to be error. So by this way, you can always add multiple other tables. So it's a way of updating your database. I hope this is clear enough. I recommend, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. Your subscription means so much to me. Thank you very much.